My Renaissance men and women, I kind of screwed up our trip here. This Golden Ears Park is just packed with people. I was supposed to come in here last night and get a spot, but Randy, he wasn't going to show up till today, so I thought I'd sneak in early in the morning and get a spot and get set up before he gets here. But unfortunately, this park is jam-packed with people. There's so many people in here, I can't even get a spot today. And the park closes tomorrow, so 3/4 of the campground is totally shut down tomorrow. So I'm here at the entrance to get into this park. I'm hoping that Randy is not already inside the park looking for me, because he said he was just going to drive around to all the campgrounds and look for my truck. Randy does not have a cell phone, which is awesome because I wish I didn't have a cell phone. I have one for work and I have to have it because I'm actually on 24-hour call at my job. So I'm hoping that I can catch him driving up this road and stop him before he gets into the park. He said he was going to be here at 12. It's 10 to 12 right now. I hope he didn't come earlier, because if he did, I already drove through the park, drove around all the campgrounds. I cannot find a camping spot. I talked to a forest ranger. They said there's nothing in this park available to book right now. It's fully booked in here. But so I'm just sitting here on the front of the Jeep, hoping that I can catch Randy. Just sitting on the new bumper here. Oh, look what I found. Cheers. Randy just drove by and honked his horn. I am pumped. I'm glad that I found him. He just drove past up this way, so he should be coming back down here.
A ledge you can stand on behind, a root.
Yeah.
You're standing on that and they go, look, there's no Sasquatch here. How could a Sasquatch be here? But that's it. And what happened was he was over here, right? And he popped up, he went down, and I was over there looking at the tracks. I followed the tracks in here, and there was 2 more over there. I guess the mom and dad, right? And well, he popped up, and I had my camera down here. I was looking at the tracks, right? And he did a hissing type sound, like a psss. I thought it was a snake, right? I don't know how it was.
That's not like a
so
snake.
I look up, and he pops his head up, and he didn't have a huge head or nothing. He's just an average Sasquatch, a younger one, right? And he went down again. I thought, oh, he's going to come at me, or maybe he's going to run that way. And
in that picture, though, I noticed it's like he's like smiling at you.
Well, he's
kind of smiling a bit.
Yeah. Well, one time he did. I seen his teeth one time, maybe 6 months before that, and it's like his fangs or
like
eye
canine teeth or
well,
whatever.
yeah, but they're in the back and like they go up and down.
Yeah.
Retractable kind of, you know.
Oh,
it's kind of
wow.
weird. Yeah, but anyways.
What's with the smiling thing? I was just watching. You know about that woman? What's her name? Serpentine, or the one that got kidnapped when she was like 15?
Oh, Sarah.
Seraphine.
Yeah, that's.
So she would cry for help and stuff, and she said that the Sasquatch would just smile at her.
Yeah.
That's kind of creepy, eh?
Yeah, he took her to a cave.
She's like screaming for her life to get out of there, and they're just smiling at her.
Yeah. You see, what happened was I was leaving pancakes, right? I'd go down. I'll show you where I was leaving the pancakes years ago, and this is all 2009. This isn't recent. This was quite a while ago. Me and my son would come in sometimes, and we'd do pancakes, peanut butter, and they were taking it. They'd always leave a few pancakes, eh? They always left maybe 1 or 2.
Huh.
You know, like
so
a
they're
gift
not
for
greedy,
us.
hey? They were...
No, they didn't take them all. And one day I was coming in by myself, and I got right there. I seen the tracks, and I thought, well, I'm going to film these tracks. So I'm looking at the tracks, and all of a sudden, this is where he made that hissing sound, like a psss, you know, like a snake.
So you were almost... You were
right here,
standing right here when you filmed it.
before this big tree came down.
See if
Yeah.
we can get that.
Right about
It's
there.
this stump here to the left, right? Or
No,
this one right in front
yeah,
of us.
yeah. And it drops down about 7 feet there behind it, which it drops down, which people don't know, right?
So that's the stump where Randy has probably one of the best pictures of a Sasquatch on record, I would say.
It's fairly clear, yeah.
I want to stand behind it. Can you?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, because you're what, 6'2" or 6'1"?
6'1".
Okay, so see, that stump's about over 7 feet. See how it drops down there?
Yeah.
See, that's where he was, and he took off to the...
Sasquatch, I would probably be standing right here.
Yeah, that's how he kind of...
Is he a little bit closer?
Go back the other way a bit. Yeah, right there, right in and there was actually a lot of branches there at the time, because it was May. So he pulled the branches down to look at me. That's where I got his hair from. All his hair was on those branches.
Standing here, and I still can't see you.
Yeah.
I'm standing as close as I can to the stump,
Okay.
and my head's still not over, because his head was up here, wasn't it?
Yeah, right about
Over here?
the other way, yeah. A bit more, keep going. Yeah, right around there, yeah. Yeah, see what I mean? But there's a little root you can stand on there, like the other guys were doing, the phony guys, trying to make it like...
I literally have to climb way up here.
Oh, what are you climbing on?
Yeah, I'm slipping. So
There's a root there you can stand on.
on the ground.
Yeah, you see? So you're pretty close to where he was. He wasn't... I guess he's a little bit taller than you. Huh?
I'm standing on my tippy toes here.
Yeah, I can barely see you now. But, yeah, that's what he was doing, going up and down.
He wouldn't have been way over here.
No, then I would have got a real good picture of him. And that was you see, the problem was that was a broken camera. There's no video, no sound.
For his head to be that tall in the picture, he's at least 1.5 feet, 2 feet taller than I am.
Yeah, I'd say a good foot anyways. He's around 7 feet. And he was about a little huskier than you know what I mean? A little wider in the shoulders, but not much.
Well, the first Sasquatch I seen when I was in Squamish camping, the thing was about my height, but skinnier than me.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like, I don't know, like a...
Didn't eat much.
Yeah.
Some of them were like that.
Scary.
Yeah, no, they're skinnier ones, yeah. Oh, yeah,
I woke up in my tent like 3 in the morning, and I sensed something was there. My body was telling me, get the hell out of there as quick as you can.
Yeah.
I even had a shotgun next to my bed in my tent, and that didn't make me feel safer or anything.
I know. No, and you get those feelings. I mean, I've been coming out here and telling my wife, that's it. I'm never going back in again. I've got the night light on all night. You know what I mean?
I jumped out of my tent, jumped in my car, and slowly crept out of the campsite, looked to my left, and there was a Sasquatch standing by the river, and it like looked away, and it kind of stood there frozen, like as if it didn't want me to see it.
Oh, yeah.
It was kind of weird. Just stood there and didn't move, like it kind of froze itself. But
Yeah, I know.
I think there was another one even closer to my tent though, because the senses that I had going on, it was like overwhelming. Like I had to leave immediately.
Oh, yeah. We've had that quite a few times. We've even been crawling on the ground on our hands and knees from the, what do you call it, infrasound or whatever they call it, you know? We got zapped, me and Brian, and we were actually crawling on our hands and knees for 2 hours on the trail over here, trying to get out of the mountain. And we're lucky nobody came by. Just said, what are these guys doing? Are they nuts?
Yeah.
You know, we were so weak, we couldn't even pick up rocks to make a fire pit.
Crazy.
And then after 2 hours, boom, it was gone, and we just walked right out like nothing. So explain that to people, right?
Yeah.
That's just what happens, right? But yeah, there's the old famous stump, we call it. Where I was actually leaving pancake and stuff about quite a ways away over there. So I don't know why he was on this side of the road. And in those days, we didn't know one to know. We kept it quiet, right? Because the campgrounds are down there, and they were always coming down the mountain here, heading to the campgrounds and making structures and all that kind of stuff, you know? And the parking lot's over here. So we didn't want anyone to know until these clowns came in and started blabbing all about it. You know, he's in this Golden Ears Park, and he's not far from the campground. And so that kind of, everybody was coming in then, right?
Yeah.
So that pretty well ended it for this area.
Quite a few people know about this area.
Oh, yeah.
Just gonna look around here, see if we can find any tracks, but like Randy said, it's been pretty
I'll show you another area where we can go.
trampled through by the humans.
I'll show you where I was leaving the pancakes and all that.
Yeah.
We'll go over there. We'll find some tracks over there, but I don't know. There's so many people in here today.
I kind of think that the people might even bring them out more, because it's probably like their entertainment to watch all these silly campers out here.
Well, if we can. They're left building.
Yeah.
They got nothing better to do, right?
Well, that's why I didn't bring my wife and daughter. I thought it was just me and you were going to go hike, and I didn't want to leave them by themselves. If I would have known there was this many people all around, I probably would have told them to come.
Yeah.
Because my wife knows all about Sasquatch. She's been with me, and we've got yelled at and stuff.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
They've peeked at it just recently at Harrison. They were peeking. I was distracted looking over where I heard a rock be thrown in, but there was actually one like staring in at my wife and daughter sleeping. So that was a bit trippy.
Yeah.
To know that I was distracted paying attention to someone else, and there was another one closer to the tent than I was watching them sleep.
Trying to go.
That gets a bit nerve-wracking. Have you ever seen a Sasquatch up in a tree, Randy?
Yeah, we have, yeah.
How high up? Just
Oh, he was quite a ways up. He was a little guy, about 4 feet tall, maybe 4.5.
huh?
Little reddish brown guy, yeah. Me and my friend and his dog. The dog ran to the tree because the Sasquatch was tapping up there, eh? And the mom was whooping in the distance. He was not very far away. That's about the only time we seen one up a tree, though.
Have you seen that old video? It's on YouTube from like 1994. It's a bunch of people camping around a campfire, and then way off in the background, it looks like a chimpanzee swinging around in a tree way up high.
Oh.
And it was somewhere in the U.S., I think.
Oh.
I'll have to try to find that one and send it to you. The people that made the video, they had no clue about it. It was just way off in the distance in the background, up in the trees. It looks just like a chimpanzee swinging around in a tree, like a little kid.
Came here to camp, and Kenny's main objective is to burn cans. And if you notice within the fire, and Doug, number one night, beginning the first can, and with the first can, we will burn many more, and may we burn many more in years to come.
Here, here.
Thank you.
Here, here.
There.
Yeah, that's a shame they cut that massive tree down.
I know.
That's pretty fresh too. Wow.
Yeah, I'll see this area over here. There's people down there, but there's a little shelter down here. It's a group. And that's where the Sasquatch would come down, right? And in there, about maybe, 300-400 feet towards the cliff there, there's a ravine there, a creek.
Yeah.
That's where the Sasquatch would come up and, I guess, and walk up there, and they grab all the pancakes, peanut butter, all that kind of stuff back then.
So you think they're living up in the mountain here?
Oh, they've been here for hundreds of years. Always. Yeah. Yeah. See, there's people camping down there, eh? And I used to even leave pancakes behind that shelter at night, and I was the last one out of here. And
Yeah.
make sure it's the first one back in the morning. And they'd take them, but they'd always leave 2 or 3, you know.
Just right where that little roof is there.
Yeah, it's like a campground for like kids with cancer and stuff. And all,
Oh, okay.
You know, they do that.
Yeah.
But anyone can rent it, but it's quite expensive. I think it's like $150 a night.
Yeah, I was shocked. Just the campsites in here are $35 a night.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, crazy.
Stay here a weekend, that's $200.
I know. It's ridiculous. Now that's a nice piece of meat. We got Renaissance Man here, Jason. Look at that. Professional cook. I make beans and soup, and he does this. Middle of nowhere here, eh?
Let that rest with that salt for a minute. And we'll chuck her on the Bobbie.
Get the barbecue going there and get our fire there. Can't get any better than this. Up there. Okay.
Randy probably has the best crow call I've ever heard in my life. He's actually got the attention of a crow up in the mountain there, and it's calling back to him.
Oh, the raven, yeah.
Yeah, raven, sorry.
I lost my voice there.
He's probably up there sitting with the Sasquatch looking down on us.
Yeah, ratting the Sasquatch out for us.
We're just outside Davis Lake. I was at Davis Lake a while back. I did this little stupid Joe Rogan, Neil Young video there, sitting in by a fire by myself in the dark, and I was having some Sasquatch. Oh, look, they're coming out.
Yeah.
They just came from the top of that mountain too.
Well, yeah, I can call them in.
There's 3 of them. Two of them there.
There he is checking us out. More view, more view.
Wow, that's awesome. Randy can do that. Do you ever have any come really close and like land by you and stuff?
Yeah, I've had it land on my truck when I'm drumming.
Huh.
I should have brought my drum. That's what I forgot. I said to my wife, I think I forgot something with my friggin' drum. Look at, he's circling around, see? He's a big one, eh?
Yeah, this mountain here, I've actually been yelled at doing that video down by Davis Lake by myself.
Oh yeah.
And
The area. It's a beautiful spot. There he goes.
me and Randy's gonna camp right here, and we both had good vibes coming in here.
Yeah.
Had a nice breeze here.
Definitely cooling down tonight.
We're gonna cook up some meat and
Potatoes
see what happens tonight.
or baked potatoes.
Okay, me and Randy are out here. We had to leave Golden Ears. It was just too many people in there. We couldn't get a spot or anything, so we're down by Stave Lake. We got the meat on the grill. We're just got a fire going on here. Randy's truck's all set up. He's got a sweet setup in there too. He's pretty much self-sufficient in his truck. He's got a bed, he's got all the gear, heaters and everything. Built a bed in the back. It's pretty sweet. It's starting to get dark. It's already hard to see the videos here. So we're gonna chill here in these chairs, cook up this piconia, and we're just gonna have a campfire chat. Gonna sit here, gonna ask Randy some stuff and just sit here and talk, and maybe we'll have some good stories to share in the video.
I don't know what that thing was in the sky. I thought it was an eagle.
That thing was high up there.
The way it was moving, I think it was flapping wings. Unless it was just soaring, I don't know. But if it was that high up, you know how big that would have to be?
Yeah, to be able to see that from here?
It'd be as big as your freaking truck.
That could be a...
Thunderbird.
Yeah. Have you ever seen one?
Yeah.
I've heard some, even with my mom and grandmother. That's enough. Man, that spot, there's something weird about that spot.
Which spot?
That spot on Harrison that we're at. We had Sasquatch tracks outside our tent.
Oh, yeah.
Then we seen that alien, and then the UFO flew over the spot, and then we heard a fucking, I swear to God, it sounded like a giant bird flapping its wings.
Oh,
And this was at night. Yeah, all we heard was the flapping like this.
Oh,
It sounded like a massive bird.
When Brian just said that the other day to me too, he had a massive bird fly over him.
None of us seen it, but we just heard the wing flap.
Yeah, same as him. Yeah, went over his head. He said he thought it was something going to pick him up.
Birds don't mess around at nighttime. Like,
No.
it's rare to hear a bird outside. And this was like
They're gone.
pitch black.
Yeah. Well, I got that's what my power is, a Thunderbird.
Huh.
Thunderbird hat I'm wearing right now. My Thunderbird necklace.
Yeah.
Thunderbird t-shirt. Everything's Thunderbird. That's what protects me.
There's a hidden one looking down on you.
I don't know.
There.
Maybe. I never thought of it until you said that now, yeah. Because it was huge. But,
The meat is ready. This is a Brazilian cut of, they call it picanha in Brazil. In English, it would be top sirloin cap is what this would be. Top sirloin cap. We're just going to let it rest here for a while. And then we're going to cut into this baby. The top of it has about a ½ an inch of fat on it, so everything you see burnt there is just that fat cap on the top.
all of this is like unbelievable.
Yeah, I guess Randy's lighting up the sage here. Where do you get this sage again, Randy?
It's from South Dakota, white buffalo sage. It's just amazing stuff.
He's gonna rub some around me here.
A little circle here with you. I didn't bring my eagle feathers, so you'll be unreal. You won't believe it. And then last bit too.
Yeah, I got some good blast there.
Tiny bit just burns like crazy.
We're doing some
Special sage.
what can you call this, smudging, or
Yeah.
is it the same as I smudge in my apartment out every
This is a
month
little
or so?
shell, you see. I mean, look how it burns. It's white buffalo sage, and this stuff is just unreal.
That's a cool shell. Where'd you find that?
I'm not sure. Can't remember. I think my wife got it, actually.
I've actually ate a back home. I found a shell like that, and I pulled the thing out and ate it raw.
Oh, right.
It tastes just like lobster. I couldn't believe it. I don't know what it was. Some sort of weird ocean slug or something.
Yeah.
It was delicious. Yeah, we've heard a few things out here.
Yeah, a few cracking and a few.
Big breaks, and we got some weird orange thing in the sky staring down on us.
It's still there. You can see it moving, eh? Look, left, right.
Yeah.
Just barely.
Oh, there I got it on the camera. It's hard to pick up through the smoke, but that's the orange thing we've been watching all night. Randy had his camera on it. When he zoomed in, you can see this thing almost doing like this crazy X or something.
Yeah. Really weird the way it
Zigzagging
is.
everywhere.
Yeah. The shape of it, eh? Kind of weird. Crazy. I'd love to hear that sound again. I don't know for sure. They always just do it once or twice in the morning when I get up sometimes. Just like I hit Clay, he did the same thing. He's snoring for sounds, but he did a couple of whoops, eh?
Yeah.
My wife goes, "You hear the whoops?" I go, "Yeah." She was just cooking the food, and I was just going to take a piss, and I hear the whoop, 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 you know. But it's nothing like golden ears when I had the habituation years ago. That was a whole different story. They came around every day. Yeah, those were good times. Put my son in there, you know, he's like 7 years old.
Yeah.
"Where's Boy?" I'd say, "Where's Boy?" And all of a sudden the young guy would come around and do all kinds of whistling and chirping sounds, talking, chirping sounds, you know? Like barking like sounds. And my son would leave all these little squeaky toys, eh? And you come back maybe 2 or 3 days later and you're up in the mountain, you hear the toys squeaking away.
Huh.
I even got it recorded on one of them somewhere.
That'd be chirpy.
Me and Binternagel did a documentary, and when he died, his son has the video and all that, or his wife.
Okay, it's the next morning. We're out here. Oh, look at the sunset. That's nice.
Oh, sunrise, yeah.
Sunrise. Sunset. Had too many old Milwaukees.
Yeah, there we go.
So I've had this beautiful knife now for a while, the buffalo hide. I've been saving this one for Randy. Here you go, Randy.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. That's a beautiful knife. Check it out.
Yeah. And I do have another knife. If you guys remember one of my videos, I said once I hit 20,000 subscribers, if you watch all the videos,
Look at that, baby.
you will get a knife just like this.
It's one beautiful knife.
100% water buffalo sheath.
Smells like a border buffalo, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That is one knife. Jeez. Beautiful knife.
Randy made a beautiful
Thanks,
necklace for me as well. It's got a buffalo tooth here and some, unfortunately the necklace
Oh, the string
was
broke.
a bit too short.
Yeah.
But there's, what's all in this again,
These
Randy?
are called double club beads from a double club root, you know?
Yeah.
And you can, out of the bark on that doubles club, once you take the thorns off, you make tea out of it, but you can make beads, which are really powerful, right?
Yeah.
For protection and all that kind of stuff. That's a buffalo tooth.
Buffalo tooth. Yeah, let's get a close up on that. That's really cool.
Yeah. Pretty tough to get these buffalo teeth nowadays.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
This necklace holds a lot of power too. Randy's been telling me, he said wearing a necklace like this can almost be life-changing.
Yeah.
So once I get a bit of a longer string, I'm gonna wear this. What's the red ones again?
Oh, those are just little beads that I got from a little bead kit, you know, for,
Yeah.
I don't know what you call them, like sewing kind of thing, you know?
Cool.
Yeah.
You're saying there's a lot of energy, spiritual energy in this.
Yeah.
That's
Double
awesome.
is amazing medicine, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold this tight to me. Thanks, Randy.
Yeah, thanks for the knife.
Yeah, no prob. We've been out here for a day now. Not much. Well, a little bit of action behind my Jeep here. Last night we heard crashing through the... Something's been watching us the whole time we've been here.
Yeah.
Randy thinks he heard some snorting or snoring type sounds. We heard 2 really big crashes behind my Jeep here last night. And something's definitely back in there.
I like where we are at the mountain. We're pretty remote back here.
Yeah, we got this. I was hoping we might see something up on this ridge here.
Yeah.
This mountain I've been kind of yelled at one time when I was down by Davis Lake. This is again another provincial park. What's your theory on the whole provincial park and Sasquatch thing, Randy?
Well, I think it's made for the Sasquatch. All the parks, you know, because there's no hunting, no guns, so they're protected, right?
Yeah, so it could be that the government actually created these provincial parks for the Sasquatch to live in. Government obviously knows about Sasquatch, and they've been covering it up for 100 years. Got the morning fire going here.
Oh, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, it says.
Can I ask you something else, Randy? What's your theory on the whole... What's your thoughts on the whole Bluff Creek Massacre? I got a video coming out soon. It's going to be a documentary, the truth behind the Bluff Creek Patterson Gimlin footage.
Yeah, that's, you know, I've heard so much stuff on that. And of course, Bobbie Short was a friend of mine.
Yeah.
You know, and she didn't talk too much to me about it, but she's mentioned a few things. And other people, of course, talked to me about it, you know. Won't mention any names, but yeah, I mean, look at MK Davis. He's done a great job, and you know.
Yeah, MK Davis. I've went over a lot of his work for this documentary.
Oh yeah.
So Bobbie Short, what's the thing? How did she die supposedly?
Yeah, that's a strange one because she told me she's coming up to see me in a few months, right? And this is like 2012 or 13 when she passed. I can't remember. 12 or 13 she passed, and she was a lot older than people thought. She was in her 70s. She was 76, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And she said she's going to come up and visit me, and I was going to take her and show her this habituation area I had going, right?
Yeah.
And she passed away, what, a month later, you know, after that? And she told me one time she ate some tomatoes that weren't washed properly or something. So she got ill and ended up in the hospital. Came back, and then she got ill again, and I guess that was it. I don't know if that's part of the problem or something else was going on, you know?
Just from a couple tomatoes. That's really mysterious, I would say. And what were her thoughts on the whole Bluff Creek? Did she ever talk to you about that, or?
Not too much, no. She just said we're mostly talking about her Sasquatch sightings she had. She had more, she had like 2 or 3 sightings, I think the first one was when she was camping out. The Sasquatch walked by her and she could see its eyelashes and everything, you know? The second one, I think she was riding a horse up in the mountains and she saw another one, and she was telling me about that. But yeah, the Bluff Creek thing, I don't know. I mean, I've met Bob Gilman and talked to him. Seemed like a nice guy to me, you know?
Yeah.
Of course, you know, calm, polite guy.
I would like to meet him one day, but I think there's a different side to him than people actually realize.
You never know, because, you know, I've heard that there was the bodies that were there, so, you know, skinned and all that kind of stuff. If that really did happen, well, they're buried under the road that they, the road that was going in there.
Yeah.
Buried them under the road. That's just one thing I heard. So who knows, right?
Yeah, I would love to go there,
well,
check it out.
If the Sasquatch was real, you know, back then, you know, if it would have been proven because they killed them. But when you find out how human they are, you're going to be hiding them.
Yeah.
You know?
Murder.
Yeah.
Straight up murder. Slaughter, massacre, like it's called.
Yeah.
Well, I got to walk in here. Been hearing all the noise here, so I'm going to go for it. Oh, it kind of opens up in there too, a little bit. Even once or twice today too. Oh, whoa, whoa. There's a little shelter in there. It's a hole. Wonder if that's some sort of animal's den, and that's what we were hearing, the crashing. Wow. You can definitely tell something's been walking in here. Kind of like the little trails. Me and Randy's just packing all up here, about ready to leave the spot. It's Sunday morning. We had lots of great conversations out here about all kinds of topics. Unfortunately, we kind of just kept it for ourselves. We didn't film it much. What we talked about everything from Steve Isdale, David Paulides to Todd Standing, Les Stroud. A lot of good conversation, but we're not going to put all that in the videos because it's kind of personal stuff. Maybe in another video, me and Randy will meet up again, and hopefully for a longer trip.
Oh yeah.
And maybe we'll share more of the stories to you guys that we talked about. A lot of good conversation with the guy. Me and Randy are very, very similar people. Got a lot in common. It's great meeting him, and can't wait to get out here with him again. Cheers for now.
Cheers, people. Been good meeting Jason. We had a great time.
Yeah.
Amazing time.
All right. That's it for this video.